issue here, though, is her reaction. That's where I want to land.
Okay.
And I'm not doing this, and I want to make sure we're very, very clear, because you are also a female, that I want to make sure I'm not bashing a wife that's hurt by this.
No, and I think we'll get to that because I was that wife. I mean, we've shared our story. I discovered a porn usage on your part. So that's certainly not where we're going, is to bash a wife.
No, but when we start talking about
share experience.
Well, but here's and the main thing I want to point out with this episode, Pam, is the importance of understanding culpability in a dynamic, not choices of what people choose to do, though. Right?
Okay.
A guy's pornography use, like this listener, we're not talking about culpability here. It's his. He is culpable
That's
for
all
that.
his, yeah.
The hiding it, the lying it, the not willingness to bring it up. Because how often do couples have where there is a dialogue that happens, the subject comes up, the couples may listen to Sexy Marriage Radio, and we talk, the week was about that topic, and you have a conversation about, hey, is this something you've ever struggled with? And now all of a sudden you got an on-ramp into, I could really address a big issue and get it out of the way ahead of time, or I could cover it up.
Yeah.
And we sometimes will choose, if not a lot of the times, we choose the path of least resistance, which then bites us later.
Yeah, when those opportunities arise, use them.
Well, but that's also then fueled by, I have a pretty good idea how they're going to handle if I come clean about this. Because I know what their stance is.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there's a rigidness, there's a preference, there's a fear, there's a, something.
Think fear. I think a lot of this comes to fear.
Yeah, I think a big chunk of when I hear the email, what I hear on both sides of the equation, his journey underneath it all is shame that he's got to really address. If I was working with him, that's where we're landing.
Okay.
Let's talk about your shame. Hers is fear. Let's talk about your fear. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is he uses shame as a justification to not come clean. Because I'm shameful. I don't want to bring that forward to somebody else. Yeah. Why would I do that? She uses fear as a license to react.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to land on is those dynamics play out in more than just this topic. They play out in everything. Anything you're fearful of, you will react accordingly. Anything I'm ashamed of, I will react accordingly. Mm-hmm. That's the part that wreaks the most havoc in marriage.